So today, boys and girls in Fundations, we're going to learn a new lowercase letter. We're going to analyze this lowercase letter by correctly forming it and matching the beginning sounds to the objects. Now, most families have joined Ms. Castro's educational YouTube studio channel. If you have not, please let me know if you're experiencing issues with either receiving the email or setting it up. But this is the YouTube channel where all the videos are going to be. So anywhere from Fundations to math to
YouTube channel.
So Alina, you're going to help me now with the sound drill. So nice and loud, Alina, okay?
Okay. A apple A.
B bat b.
Louder. B bat b.
C cat k.
C cat k.
D dog d.
Dog d.
E ed e.
E ed e.
Beautiful. F fun.
F fun.
G game g.
G game g.
H hat.
H hat.
I itch
I H A.
J j j.
J j j. K K.
L lamp o.
L lamp O.
M man.
M man
Nut
N miss
O octopus ah.
O octopus
P
P pen
Q U queen qua.
Q U queen qua.
R rat
R rat
S snake
S snake
T top
T top
U up
U up
V van
V bamboo
W wind what
W wind wood
X box
Xbox
Y yellow ya.
Y yellow yeah.
Z zebra
Z zebra Z.
Excellent job. Thank you for helping us out today, Alina. Wonderful. As soon as Ms. Castro is done giving all the girls a chance to go, then we'll be able to do this all over again, and we'll let all the boys and girls do the sound drill with me. Okay, so now, before we continue, I want us to do the vowel extension poster. So this is where we practice the 5 vowels, A, E, I, O, U, and we practice stretching out the sound so we can hear exactly what it sounds like. So everyone's gonna practice this in their homes, and you're gonna follow along with Ms. Castro. Ready? So here goes the first one. The vowel is A. Apple. Next vowel. E. Ed. Next vowel. I. Itch. Next vowel. O. Octopus. And the last vowel. U. sure you practice that at home as well, boys and girls, even when we're not live on Zoom, okay? Now, we're gonna predict today's letter of the day. So Ms. Kasha is gonna show you some objects in the screen, and you're gonna figure out what today's letter of the day is. Let me grab it. Okay. I'm just gonna do 3 objects from this tub because we're a little short on time. So let's start with the first one. I'll give you an easy one. He's cute. He's pink. You'll see him at the farm. Skyla, what animal is this?
Pig.
Pig is correct. Excellent job, Skyla. So here we have a pig. Next one. You guys are gonna like this one. Let's see, Eliana, can you help us out? What is this?
Pizza.
Excellent job, Eliana. You are correct. This is a slice of pizza. I'll give you one more. Green. Some of you might like it. Gracie Mani, I think you have your hand up. Okay, there you go. Go ahead, Gracie Mani. What is this?
Pickle.
Excellent, Gracie Mani. Great job. So we have pig, pizza, and pickle. Today is actually National Pickle Day. So if you like pickles, make sure you eat them today. Who can predict what today's letter of the day is? Pig, pizza, pickle, Kimura, P. What letter? Very good. It is the letter P. Great job. Now I'm going to show you the rest of the objects. They also have paint. And in order to paint, you need a paintbrush. Like our friend Bob Ross. Remember I was teaching you guys about him? Then we have pumpkin. It's a little different. And from our sound drill card, pan. It's usually flat and thin like this. Pan, you cook eggs on it, pancakes, waffles, okay? So today's letter of the day, boys and girls, is in fact the letter P. Now, Ms. Castro is going to share with you her screen because I'm going to show you how to form today's letter of the day. We'll go into our sight word of the day afterwards. You can watch the video later on today, but we're going to focus now on forming this letter because we're going to be using the worm line today. So here as a review, you have skyline, plain line, grass line, and worm line. Now, to form the letter P, the first step is you start on the plain line. When you start on the plain line, then you're going to bring your pencil all the way down to the worm line. And then you're going to trace that line right back up to the plain line. And then you're going to make a little loop. You're going to curve into the grass line. And today's letter is P. So it's P, pan, P. Now I'm going to share with you my smartboard and you're going to see how Ms. Castro forms today's letter of the day. All right. So we're going to start at the plain line. You're going to make a line all the way down to the worm line. Trace that same line right back up and make a loop, curve into the grass line. Let me bring this down a little bit more so you can see it. I'm going to do it once more. Start at the plain line. Go straight down to the worm line. Trace the line right back up to the plain line and then make a loop, curve into the grass line. Okay, so that's today's letter of the day, boys and girls, the letter P. It's the lowercase p. So remember, because we're focusing on the lowercase letters, we're not going to touch the skyline for this, okay? So for today, we're actually dropping down to the worm line. So make sure you go all the way down to the worm line to form the letter P. All right, let me share what you have today for the sight word, and then I can show you today's assignments. Today's sight word of the day is called on, okay? On is when you're describing a position. So for example, Miss Castro is sitting on her chair. When you have to do your work, you work on top of a table, okay? Let's see, what else? The clock in your home, the clock is on the wall, okay? So on is when you're describing a form of position where something is located, where it is, okay? So later today, when you get on your Google Classroom, you'll open up the presentation and you can watch other songs and stories of today's letter of the day. For today's work, the two sheets are the following: the lowercase p and the sight word on. Majority of you have picked up the sight words. I know everyone already has all the lowercase letters. I think maybe 2 families are still missing that they need to pick it up, but everyone has it. So for the lowercase p, what you're going to do is you're going to form the letter on both the top and the bottom row. And remember, for the letter P, we're dropping it down to the worm line. You're going to go all the way down to the worm line, okay? Then in the middle of the page, they're asking you to circle the letter P. Be very careful because they will try to trick you. They're going to throw in some other lowercase letters that might look like the letter P, but in fact, it's not. I know some boys and girls get confused with the B and the D, but today we're focusing on the lowercase p, okay? So you're circling all of the lowercase p's. Then at the bottom where the illustrations are, you're going to color the pictures that begin with the letter P. So I will describe to you what the pictures are, and then later on today you will color the ones that begin with the sound P. First we have pizza. That's a whole pie of pizza. A pizza usually comes in 8 slices. So the one that I showed you is only 1 slice of pizza. This is a whole pizza pie. Next picture is a fruit called pear. The next picture is queen. Next to her, we have grapes. Then on the bottom row, we have pig, frog, pot, and then the last one is a pine tree. So I know some boys and girls will say it is a tree. Specifically, it's a special type of tree. It's called a pine tree. It's not your usual trees that you would draw, but these special pine trees come out in this type around this season, for the fall, for the winter. Those are the ones that we decorate for the holidays. So you have pizza, pear, queen, grapes, pig, pot, and pine tree. If you forget to color the pine tree, it's okay, don't worry. So you're gonna look for 5 pictures that begin with the letter P, and you're gonna color them, okay? Then for the sight word on, you are tracing the sight word in the first row. Then in the next row, there were some letters that are missing. So you have to think about which letter you have to write to make it the sight word on. Then the sentence says, I am on a, and then you tell me what you are on. You can say you are on a rock, and then you would illustrate that you're sitting on a rock. You can say I am on a pony, on a horse. So if you want to illustrate that you're on a pony or a horse, you can write the word on the line and then you'll illustrate that, okay? Whatever you want to be on, you're going to write it on the line and then you will illustrate it because that will match your sentence, okay? So, as a reminder, those are the names of the lines. Then we have the whole letter formation chart of the lowercase letters. And then on the next slide, I have all the letter formations, uppercase and lowercase. So boys and girls, make sure you think of other objects that begin with today's letter and continue to practice today's letter of the day. Great job, boys and girls.